Welcome. My name is Joe O'Mara. I'm the head of aviation finance in KPMG, and I'm delighted to be joined by Colm O'Rourke, who is a director in our aviation audit practice. We have this short video to look at a topical issue in aviation finance, which is impairment considerations in aircraft leasing. Colm, in the first instance, I think it would be useful just to talk to people around the differences in IFRS and US GAAP.
Yeah, thanks, Joe, for having me. So, US GAAP and IFRS are similar but different. IFRS is viewed as a more penal by users as it requires the use of a discount rate when assessing the value in use. US GAAP does not and can do a gross cash flow. Essentially, what this means is that you are more likely to get impairments earlier under IFRS than in US GAAP.
And Colm, looking at the COVID-19 situation, how is that impacting current market value considerations?
Yeah, so fair value by its definition is something difficult to land at a specific spot on. Generally, it's viewed as the market price between willing participants. In the current period, the COVID impact has been noticeable. Firstly, the current market values have decreased across most assets. Secondly, there's less transactions in the market in which to benchmark off. And thirdly, while there are been some transactions, the ability to complete future transactions is still uncertain due to investor and funding concerns over the leasing sector.
And Colm, value in use is obviously a key concept. What are the key considerations around thinking about that in the context of impairments?
So there's a lot of similar considerations for both a US GAAP user and an IFRS user. Firstly, the expectation and predicting cash flows is now more difficult due to underlying lessee cash flow issues. Secondly, lessors will need to look at assumptions around future lease rates, downtime, and usage of aircraft. Thirdly, the timing of sales and their value will be a key input. And for an IFRS user, the discount rate will be a huge part of their impairment testing. This discount rate is basically the market participants' view of the sector, the asset, and the lessee.
And Colm, then, in closing, what are the key takeaways and considerations for a user of financial statements?
So a couple of key messages here. Firstly, there's distinct differences between IFRS and US GAAP, which need to be understood by a user. Secondly, IFRS needs a discount rate, and this is a key item. There's a greater level of judgment required in the current year, and impairment has become an even more challenging and complex area in the current environment.
Thanks, Colm. This was obviously a short video just running through some of the key issues. Colm and the team have prepared a more detailed article which can be accessed through the link below. And if you have any additional questions, our details are on screen now.